Hi everyone, welcome back to my book nook. Sorry for not being around for a while. Things got busier with the holidays than I expected and I wasn't prepared. Hopefully next year that won't be as much of an issue because, hey, I've been through it once, so I'll probably be able to have a little bit more of a backlog of videos prepared, so if things just get, oh geez, it's the holidays, I'll be okay. Anyway, so today we are going to be reviewing Serpent, Thorn by Melissa Bashardoust. I may have mispronounced her last name, I'm very sorry. It's very possible there might be some mispronunciations in this. There was a pronunciation guide in the back to help out with some of the words, but it still may end up happening. So I would consider this to be a dark fantasy, as opposed to just a typical fantasy. It does fall under the young adult umbrella, but based on some of the concepts going on with it, that's why I think it's more of a dark fantasy than just a regular fantasy. So this story has a lot of influence on Persian mythos, and that is why there might be some issues with pronunciation throughout. Again, I am sorry if that ends up happening. So the prologue of the story tells of a fairy tale in which a woman saves a girl from the trap of a div, and in doing so the div comes to find her and determines that it's going to want her daughter as payback for what was stolen from him. The story then picks up where you meet Soroya, and you figure out that this fairy tale isn't just a fairy tale, it is her life. Soroya has a curse on her that any living creature, not plants, just any human, animal type creature, bugs included, that she touches will die from her touch. This is a curse that did not start until she was about 3 days old, and they found out about it when she went to drink from her nursemaid, and they died. So Soroya has lived her life basically in seclusion. She does spend time with her family, including her twin brother Sharush, who is about to get married, and he's going to be getting married to their childhood friend Lali. Lali is the only person outside Soroya's family that knows of her curse. Lali's brother Ramin does not know the curse, but is apprehensive about Soroya, knows that he's not supposed to touch her or have her touch him, which Soroya does use at various points throughout this book to her advantage to scare Ramin. Soroya wants to have this curse lifted, and before her brother's wedding, she finds out that her brother Ramin and a group of people, including this boy named Azad, who caught Soroya's attention because he noticed her, and that's not a very common thing that happens because she's typically hidden away, have captured a div. And this div is a specific type of div known as a parik, which is one of the female types of divs. And so Soroya goes to this div thinking, hey, even if this is not the div that cursed me, they may know how to break this curse that is on me. And the parik, plays a few word games with her at first and expresses an interest in needing a feather. The feather is from a mythological bird, as far as they know, called the Shmorg. And this Shmorg protects the royal family, which Soroya and her brother, from the Shamar, which is an evil, it is the destroyer. While the Shmora is the creator, the Shahar is the destroyer, and he wants to destroy the royal line. He wants to take it over. And through all of this, Soroya learns that pricking her finger with this feather will save her curse. And she does. And she gets the feather, she pricks her finger, expecting that she would be able to return the feather to the holy fire before any dangers could happen. Needless to say, what she thought does not happen. And that all takes place pretty much in the first half of the book. The second half of the book is all of Soroya trying to fight against the Shamar. she wants to still protect her family. She is trying actively to save her family. And ultimately, she does end up succeeding, but it is not without a lot of toil, a lot of manipulation on multiple sides, a lot of problems. And what's really interesting with this book is even in your characters that you can tell right away that are your more of evil type characters, they do a very good job of keeping humanity in them. Making them captivating, making you want to know about them, which can be difficult sometimes because you want to make sure that people do not like this character, but because of the actions that they're doing, but at the same time you want to make sure that people want to still know about this character, that they aren't immediately drawing them off, because for good storytelling, you don't want this whole, it doesn't work as well when there's a whole dichotomy of this is good, this is bad, because there's less to it draw your reader in. What's really also interesting with this is that your heroine has moments of being the villain, and it's actually pointed out very quickly that she is going to have points in which she is the problem for the story. And on the tagline for the book is sometimes the princess is the monster, and the first quote before you get into the story itself is, "I am both the sleeping beauty and the enchanted castle. The princess drowses in the castle of her flesh." Victoria's prison isn't like what you see in a lot of other types of fairy tales in which, hey, they're put in a castle over here in which someone has to fight and save her. Her prison is her body. And while yes, she does get advice and assistance from other individuals throughout the book, at the whole of it, she is the one that has to save herself and ultimately also has to save her family and everyone else who was part of the problem caused by all the various types of deeds. All in all, very good book. I enjoyed it. I was able to read it fairly quickly. I found it to be a captivating read. It was not one of those books, again, where you sometimes have to force your way through it. It was very well written. I enjoyed it a lot. I highly recommend it. I would say I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. And yeah, I hope other people enjoy it. So again, I'm sorry for the bit of a time away. Hopefully things will settle now, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.